Hello and welcome to my channel. This video is what I read in December. I read only 6 books, mainly because I was getting ready for the new year and a complete new revamp of my channel and how I'm going to be doing things from now on. Uh, uh, 3 of the books I read this month were 4-star and 3 of them were 3-star. So let's take a look at what I read. And the first book we're going to look at is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. Scythe is set in a world where death has been made obsolete through medical and technological advancements, and in order to control the population growth, they assign a select number of people to become scythes, who choose and kill a set amount of people every year to keep their quotas steady. In the book, we follow 2 teenagers as they go through the process of being trained up to become scythes, but only one of them out of the 2 will be chosen, and the other one is tasked with, once they've been chosen, is to kill the other. Though I question some of the rules surrounding the world building in this book, such as what's the need for size? Why don't they just give everyone a 100-year time limit and then they automatically die? That would kind of solve pretty much all of the problems that they have, and they could also control birth rates as well. Say couples are allowed to have 2 children, which would automatically replace them, and so the population wouldn't technically grow. But apart from that, it's a good story, and I've given it 4 stars. The next book I read is Human Nature by Paul Cornell. This book was adapted for the TV show for the season 3 episodes, Human Nature and the Family of Blood, where the 10th Doctor and Martha Jones have to live in pre-World War One England in order to hide from the Family of Blood. In this book, it is the 7th Doctor and Bernice Summerfield who are the main characters of the story, and though there are a few similarities between this and the TV episodes, I think Paul Cornell, who also wrote the screenplay for the TV episodes, did a better job with the TV episodes than they did with this book. It's kind of like he had a second bite of the cherry to basically fix all the problems that are in this book, all the questions that remain unanswered in the book, and really to give the family, as it were, a reason for doing what they did. The reason given in the book is not anywhere near as strong as it is in the TV episodes, and because I enjoyed the TV episodes and couldn't really disconnect the TV from this book because the similarities are too much, it's basically the same story, it made my enjoyment of this book suffer quite a lot. I may have enjoyed this book more if I had read it before watching the season 3 episodes, but I didn't, obviously, and so I've only given this book 3 stars. The next book I read was Coraline and Other Stories by Neil Gaiman. Though I have not seen the movie adaptation of Coraline, I do know a bit about it and what goes on. I enjoy this book quite a lot, especially the Coraline story. There are a number of other short stories in here. None of the short stories obviously was as good as Coraline, but they were pretty good and typical of what you would expect from Neil Gaiman. I gave this book 4 stars. The next book I read was 17th Suspect by James Patterson and Maxime Petra. This is another one of their Women's Murder Club series. Has the same characters, and if you've read any of the others, it's pretty much very similar. It's a very similar format. Pretty much most of them have got the same format. But the story's fun, and a bit like, something like Dan Brown or anything like that. You just want to relax and basically just want an adventure and nothing too brain taxing. This is a good book, especially if you read the rest of the series, and I've given this 4 stars. The next book I read was Raising Steam by Terry Pratchett. This is one of the final few Discworld novels, and the basic plot is that trains come to Ankh-Morpork and the surrounding towns. It's an alright story. Not really much actually happens. There's a slight bit of political intrigue between the dwarfs and goblins and the humans. But if you like Terry Pratchett, you'll enjoy this book. It's not as good as some of the others, especially some of the books that involve like death and some of the other major characters. So I only gave this book 3 stars. The final book is Sleeping Beauties by Stephen and Owen King. This is the second time I've read through this book, and it kind of hasn't held up to the first reading. A lot of the problems that I had with it when I first read it have been pretty much exacerbated. The way that basically all the male population of Earth kind of crumble into violent idiots very, very quickly. I would expect the downfall of civil society to take longer, a lot longer than it does. I mean, really, it basically starts the first day, within the first few hours, which I think is stupid, because really they don't know. They don't really have any information about the condition that's making all the women fall asleep, and their reactions to it are way too extreme. If the time progressed, like say weeks or months, it would have been a bit more understandable. But basically, the way most of the male characters are portrayed kind of pulled me out of the story, and I've only given this book 3 stars. And there you are. Those are the 6 books I read in December. Have you read any of those books? Please, if you have, please let me know in the comment section down below. Remember to like and share this video, and to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again next time.